this kind of collaboration. So it really is a collaboration tool for the company, the management, and all the individuals to get aligned in the same direction. And it's very easy. You need to make it very easy to do, very sort of pervasive, can be accessed from anywhere. And like I was trying to say is we used to do that through an Excel spreadsheet.
Right.
So again, very quickly they become really unwieldy because my assistant will have to collect that from my entire staff and then try to consolidate them. After a couple of rounds, everybody just kind of raise their hands and give up. It's just kind of you lose track of what's going on. A little bit like the email problem. Now we have a collaborative sort of tool that's tied into Clearvale's community concept. So any project you can establish in the community, you can say, all right, let's track, time and schedule and targets and objectives, and it's really a very nice sort of you can do it in a not so formal way, and would not sort of it's very, very flexible. It's sort of interrupt driven, so it wouldn't be like a Microsoft project where if something goes wrong, you have to then redo everything from the top. So we think it's a very, very nice tool for people to be able to manage in an otherwise chaotic sort of social environment. You create some structure on top of that as well.
Now, some companies obviously every company is kind of focused on ROI, and so some companies will come to us and say, well, how does this help me with my ROI? How do you answer a question like that?
That's an excellent question. ROI is the question I always ask my IT and other teams that are spending money. First of all, Clearvale is generally free, so I would say it's very hard to beat that ROI when it's free. We have these premium services essentially to provide additional value to you that would make it sort of more scalable and even more cost-effective for your business. But most companies can go in and really use essentially all of the functionality for free. And I think we also would provide these kind of tracking, including the surveys that we're talking about. We'll build it all into Clearvale so that you know exactly where you are at the beginning, and maybe even monthly you can see how far that you would have come, and eventually really, really be able to measure and why and how, just how beneficial this can be for you to manage your people and grow the business.
Now, you've touched on this a little bit throughout the interview, but to really drive home the point, how does this product help companies growing forward within the 21st century?
Well, most importantly, I believe that in this new era, called 2.0 or whatnot, you are really, really involved with a workforce that's dramatically different from even just 10 years ago. Yeah. For one thing, it's very distributed. In our company of 250 people, we're spread across 25 countries in probably 50 sort of locales. And more than 60% of our employees don't work at an office. They work from home or small sort of regional executive spaces. So for one thing, the workforce sort of composition in terms of where they are, very different. But who they are also is very different. It's very, very global. Right now, you want to get the talent from anywhere that is available to you. So people from different countries naturally will come with very different culture. So whatever tools you provide, you want to make sure that everyone can work on this global basis, and also in an environment that they feel comfortable with. So it has to be a global product, for instance, from the outset. And so basically, just to kind of recap there, you have distributed workforce, you have workforce of very diverse background and culture, and therefore you want to be able to provide them with a tool that is really, really kind of something they are familiar with, they are comfortable with. And I have to say that the 1.0, the last generation of a lot of the enterprise tools, still remain too much just for the expert users. People like yourself, new employees, the so-called millennials, really grew up with video games and all the familiar internet services. I mean, when you kind of need to struggle with the old-fashioned applications, you will get very frustrated.
Right.
Okay, so more and more we're confronting, therefore, a workforce that's younger, much more internet savvy, and simply put, your applications would have to be up to par with what people would be expecting. Okay, so I think Clearvale is that sort of new enterprise platform, really not just about socializing with people, because that has too much of a sort of casual connotation to that.
Right.
It is really by borrowing the social relationship sort of a concept and applying that to all the people working for you and with you, and allowing them to become more connected and more effective in working together. Okay, but in doing that, you need to make your tool and application a lot more friendly, more conforming to the new standard of 2.0.
Well, Dr. Pehong Chen, thank you so much for coming on the webcast with us. We really appreciate your time. And
My pleasure.
And this is Aaron Fleischman signing off from ESN Connect. We'll talk to you next time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.